You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
So here's my early thoughts on this game so far. If you like Destiny, you're probably going to like this game. This game is very, very much crafted after Destiny. Now, that's not a bad thing for me. I like Destiny. When it first came out, I played it like constantly. Now, the campaign is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. The story so far is pretty good. Probably the most amazing thing or the most amazing effect that it's had on me so far is I'm actually starting to like Kamala Khan. And I had zero interest in playing her before this game came out. If you guys are on The Nation, you know that I've said in the early going, I'm not hip to the idea of playing as Kamala Khan or the story being centered around her, because I'm not a fan of Kamala Khan. Not because I think she's bad, not because I think she sucks. She just wasn't around when I was reading comics. There was only one Miss Marvel. All right, now you have this Miss Marvel and then Captain Marvel. I'm still very partial to the original Miss Marvel, but I can tell you one thing. Out of the two Marvel girls, I like Kamala Khan a hell of a lot more than Captain Marvel. The combat is simple. It's nothing fancy like you get in some other games that are known for their combat. This is a beat 'em up, play as your favorite superhero, beat 'em up type of game. So far, I've played as the Hulk, Kamala Khan, I've played as Tony, and I've played as Black Widow. Still haven't gotten to Thor yet, still haven't gotten to Cap. So I gotta say, I'm enjoying the game. I really am. I'm enjoying the game. It's not a 10 so far. It's not going to probably get a 10. You know, there are some, I did have an error. I did have a crash at one point yesterday, or earlier today, I should say. So far, in terms of cosmetics, there's a lot of cosmetics that are going to be available to unlock via leveling. Whatever's in the marketplace obviously is optional, and there's not a whole lot in the marketplace. You got 2 pages. Now, keep in mind, as I'm recording this and as I'm talking to you guys on stream right now, I would say that there might be more added. Now, so far, the epic passes for the characters in game are free. You don't have to pay for any of that. From what I understand, you pay for the epic pass for the characters that are going to be coming out on DLC. However, the DLC is free. So if you would have paid for the DLC but got their epic passes free, it would have been the same thing flip-flop. But I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the game. I think there's a lot of people who they're going to compare this to Destiny a lot. And that is fair. It is very Destiny-esque. From factions to strike force teams to all that stuff. Now, one of the things I heard early in the beta, I played the beta myself, as you guys know, and a lot of other people played. Some people played it a lot more than I did. One of the common complaints you hear is, well, there's no variety in the maps. That's not true in the campaign. The campaign does have a variety, and I suspect we'll see some of those varieties in the multiplayer mode. But to be fair, if you've played Destiny and you like Destiny, Destiny does the same thing. You go to a certain strike mission and it's the same map left and right. So I can't really destroy the Avengers for doing that when I loved Destiny and they did the same thing. So that is my assessment so far. I'm only a quarter of the way into the game, campaign-wise. I'm trying to beat it before the end of tomorrow because I'd like to get a review out and some highlights out on the channel by the time launch day arrives, which is officially Friday. So we'll see. But so far, I can't sit here and say that I hate the game or that it's a piece of crap. But it's not perfect. It's got some issues. I've experienced one crash, which, based on how the game was playing in beta, I was expecting a lot worse. But there's nothing to the combat. It can be a little annoying at times. Sometimes it could be overwhelmingly difficult. I had one mission with Tony Stark's where he was solo, and I'm fighting a bunch of enemies, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this can be done solo. Eventually, I did do it, but it took about 3 tries to do the mission. But that's how it goes, because in that part of the storyline, you actually split up, and Tony goes solo, and Kamala Khan and the Hulk go and do something else. So even though it doesn't seem like, I was playing through the level and I thought to myself, well, wait a minute, there's no, I must have forgot to add companions. And I knew how to add companions. I just thought maybe I missed it somehow. But nope, it's meant for him to do it alone. And it was a struggle, but I did do it. So the AI is much improved from the beta, from what I can tell so far. I did have a mission where you kind of have to split and get to 3 different points to control. The AI in my game did control one of the points. I had Kamala Khan and the Hulk with me, and they were on one point while I was on the other. So we took 2 out of 3. And one thing I love about the AI, the minute you die, they are right there to resurrect you. So there are some improvements in the game right now from where it was in beta. So, but again, I'm like 25% in. I still have to finish the rest of the campaign, and then I got to go and start playing multiplayer to see where we're at. And that's pretty much where my assessment stands at the moment. So right now I'm live. I'm going to get back to playing the game, but I just kind of wanted to share that, and I'm going to put this up on the channel, this segment of the stream up on the channel. For anyone who's out there who's on the fence about this, there will be footage up and stuff like that on the channel, hopefully sometime tomorrow. And you guys can take what I'm saying here along with that footage and kind of make your own assessment as to whether or not you want to pick up the game. But I was not impressed with the game when I first saw it, when they first revealed it some time back. I was not impressed with where it was, where I thought the story was going. But I got to say, I said it yesterday when we were playing, the graphics look slightly improved. There's enough of an improvement there where I can see the difference from when it originally launched versus the beta and versus when I got the game. Mechanically, it feels more responsive than it did in the beta. The AI seems a little bit smarter. I do feel like they definitely made some tweaks and improvements between the time the beta stopped and release, which I have to say, based on some of the things I saw and based on some of the things I heard regarding the beta, they must have put in a lot of overtime to fix some of the problems they were having. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes on launch day, because, that's really what it comes down to. So look, it's not a home run of a game. It's not. I'm not going to sit here and say best superhero game ever. It is basically a Destiny clone. But if you like Destiny, and I love Destiny, then you ain't going to have an issue with that. That's basically what it comes down to. Now, with that said, I will say the trash that the game got during the beta is well deserved. Maybe some people jumped the gun a little bit. Like you guys said, I didn't have anything either to say during the beta. I didn't play it long enough to feel like I should have put in an opinion, but I think that's a good way to put it. It's fine. If you're looking for super duper epic 10 out of 10 game of the year, this is probably not it. But I also don't think it's a shit game. I think you're gonna get your money's worth. The campaign so far is really good, and I like the story so far. And to be quite honest, the game is making me a bit of a fan of Kamala Khan. Putting aside all the early annoyances, once you start to get to know the character and the story kind of fleshes out, and then you kind of realize, you know what? If I was in her position, I'd be a fanboy too. I mean, think about it. Suddenly you have superpowers and you're hanging out with the Avengers. I mean, anybody would be giddy. Can I really blame her for being giddy at times? I can't. And then as you get to know the character going down, then you're like, wow, this is actually not bad at all. So, and the story actually is really good. I like the story so far. I think the story is good. And it's not no cheap ass story. I mean, this is a long ass campaign. I mean, I was playing it all day today because like I said, I'm trying to beat the game before Friday arrives. So, I would say right now, if you have friends to play with, you're going to have a ball. But anyway, for those of you watching this video, come back. We're going to talk some more about the game. We're going to play some more of the game, and there'll be tons of highlights on the channel. And for those of you here right now, let's get back into the game.